What is going on, you guys? It is your man, Morgan Man. Thank you so much for tuning back in to another episode of eTuesday here on the Morgan Man Sports Podcast, powered by the Worst Take Network. Guys, the CDL Classic Kickoff is finally here. We are just now days away from seeing the dream matchups that we've been waiting for so long. The true main event is Optic Chicago versus LA Thieves, because everybody knows from the CWL, whenever it was 100 Thieves versus just Optic Gaming, that was the rivalry right there. So now we get that rivalry yet again in the CDL. And so thank you, Nate Shot, but I believe Optic Chicago has got your number this time around. But before we get into all of that right there, I do want to go ahead and go through a top 12 list right here, from backwards. So starting at number 12 all the way to 1. And, it's going to go from like worst to best. So coming at number 12 is the Paris Legion. And that team acquires Aqua, Classic, Scraps, and Fire. The reason why I put them at number 12 is because it took them forever to announce this roster. And plus two, they're going to be playing in a Paris time zone. And Scraps is going to be the only one that's going to carry this team. I don't feel like the Paris Legion was as strong as they were last season, because last season they actually stayed in competition with other teams like a Chicago Huntsman, like a Dallas Empire. They actually got kills and some series wins over those kind of teams. But now it seems like they've degraded themselves. And the only reason why they're going to be relevant is because of Scraps. So that's why I have them at number 12. I really don't think the Paris Legion is going to do much this season. Coming in at number 11 is Vivid, Apathy, Assault, and Silly from the LA Gorillas. The reason why I have them number 11 is because Assault, basically, him and Vivid are the only ones I really see carrying this team forward to at least 2 home series championship Sunday appearances, not wins, appearances throughout the entire CDL 2021 year. Coming at number 10 is the London Royal Ravens with Shawnee, Zero, Dylan, and Alex. Shawnee, the construction man, honestly, he's God tier, okay, for this team. He can maneuver around the map and get the kills that no one can really get. And that's what I love about this guy. Zero is definitely a great option here. Dylan and Alex, these guys right here, they can at least win 1 home series, I do believe. Coming at number 9 is the Minnesota Rocker with Preseason, Major Maniac, Accuracy, and Attached. I have them at 9 right now, but their rankings could improve throughout the entire season. I would be shocked if they're a top 5 team at the end of this coming season. But the reason I have him at number 9 is because Preseason, he is that great player, but from the start of the season. But once he's getting settled in, people are figuring his playstyle out, and he gets caught onto so quick. Major Maniac I believe, is going to be the difference maker for this Minnesota Rocker team, because the Rocker needed S&D help so bad. That's why they acquired Major Maniac, because Major Maniac is definitely that star Call of Duty League player that can boost any kind of S&D game style, because he has that certain IQ of, okay, this person's going to run across here, so if I flank that, I could get him by surprise and probably ninja defuse. Something crazy like that. Attach is definitely that best S&D player that can really run and gun and get in your face kind of style. And that is definitely what the Rocker needed, was something aggressive, but at the same time sneaky as well with Major Maniac. Coming in at number 8, the New York Subliners, Clayster, Mac, Zuma, and Hydra. Okay, so Clayster on this team definitely helps the rankings overall. Mac definitely is a great rookie in this situation. He could definitely learn a lot from Clayster being in that New York Subliners jersey. Zuma, definitely a great, addition to this team. Even though he's been on it before, he's still a great addition to this team. I think the New York Subliners can win at least 3 home series this year. Coming in at number 7, definitely is a lot higher ranking than what they had last year, and that's the Seattle Surge. Octane, Pristini, Gunless, and Loza. Or Loza, however you want to pronounce it. Octane finally got some help, okay? He has been after that for so long, ever since the inaugural season. And I feel so happy for him right now. I'm actually going to root for the Seattle Surge, not against, of course, the Atlanta FaZe, but any other given time, I'm rooting for the Seattle Surge because Octane has got his guys, and with Gunless, Pristini, and Loza, definitely so great players. Pristini, definitely that kind of like flex player, but more lenient towards the AR side of things. So he's great on the AR. Octane is great on the AR, definitely. Gunless is a SMG player, so he is going to be a great addition for the SMG side of things, especially with the AK-74U, or even now the MP5, which I believe secretly Treyarch has buffed the MP5 to make it more powerful. Coming in at number 6, you have the Toronto Ultra with, now, please do bear with me, I cannot pronounce this one name, Berkolina, if I'm pronouncing that right, Cammy, Kleenex, and Methods. Okay, so Methods and Kleenex definitely, and Cammy, they're pretty much been here before on the same Toronto Ultra team. Just Berkolina, if I'm pronouncing that right, sorry if I'm butchering your name. This is great. They can win at least 3 home series themselves because Kleenex, Methods, they're a great duo. So now coming in at number 5, I believe I have them maybe ranked a little too high. I don't know. And that's the LA Thieves. You got TJ Haley, Slasher, Quavo, and Temp. Now, Temp is coming from the New York Subliners, but basically you have the 100 Thieves roster back from 2 years ago, but just in now LA Thieves and CDL formats. But Temp is coming from the New York Subliners, definitely a great addition to what the LA Thieves can really do. Now, as far as their gameplay style goes, under the LA Thieves, I just don't know yet. I believe I have them ranked too high. What do you guys think? Coming in at number 4 is the Florida Mutineers with Skies, Havoc, Awakening, and Slacked. Slacked definitely, I hate to say it, but you know, he got what he deserved in Seattle Surge because he wasn't that great in Search and Destroy. And he wasn't so great. I mean, he was a little bit better in respawn modes than he was in S&D, but for him to come to the Mutineers, I believe he can change that around. I believe that with his veteran experience in this league right here, can definitely help Havoc, Awakening, and Skies. Awakening definitely is God tier himself whenever it comes to this because he was getting shots that no one else was getting in the Call of Duty League. He was beating your Chicago Huntsmen, your Atlanta FaZe, your Dallas Empire. He was beating the top tier teams. And everybody was thinking that he was cheating at one time, but he wasn't. He was just that damn good. So the Florida Mutineers are number 4, but who knows? They could drop. They might not. They could actually be number 1 in my top tier list of who that's going to be. So, but number 3 is Optic Chicago with Scum, Envoy, Formal, and Dashy. Dashy and Scum is going to make the best duo ever in the CDL because they played with one another back in Optic Gaming in 2018 whenever it was Black Ops 4 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Black Ops 4 if I'm not mistaken. They had just the best chemistry, the best everything. But you have Formal and Envoy here. And Envoy, he's just God tier for this team as well. So this is going to be a team where I think they have their situation right. Because back whenever Pristini and Formal was basically ARs, I mean, Pristini was a flex, but Formal is a main AR. And he was kind of getting confused right there with Pristini because Pristini was running an AR. But now since Formal is now a main AR and he don't have Pristini, rocking an AR whenever he's supposed to be a flex, you know, that's going to help Formal out a lot. So, Optic Chicago, number 3. They can be number 2, but they have to go up against the Atlanta FaZe. The Atlanta FaZe has Simp, Stellium, Abizi, and Arcides. Looking from their preseason scrims, they are dominant. They went on a huge streak where I think they didn't lose no games for 2 months straight, or no scrims. Everybody was saying, my God, this Atlanta FaZe team is effing legit. And Simp, I've watched his streams a lot. He is so freaking dangerous with an SMG. It is unbelievable. Celium, a great AR. Arcides, a great flex. Abizi, a great SMG. So, and I see Simp, he's going to rock more of a sniper now because he's gotten the IQ of what a Call of Duty League sniper should do, pretty much. He knows when to pull it out, he knows when and how to shoot it. But whenever it comes to very tough situations, he's pulling out that MP5 or the 74U and he's going to get it right in your face. And number 1 is the Dallas Empire, your 2020 Modern Warfare Call of Duty League champions. And they acquire a Crimsix, Shotzi, Huke, and Illy. And I'm sorry that is like, yay, like that. I'm really excited today. But Crimsix, Shotzi, Huke, and Illy. The only problem I have with the Dallas Empire is you got rid of Clayster. I would have gotten rid of Illy before I would have got rid of Clayster in this situation. But again, this is pretty much the same team. You're just missing Clayster, and that's it. But I believe Crimsix has enough that veteran experience where he can carry a Shotzi, Huke, and Illy to another championship ring. I do believe that Crimsix can do that. Now, do I think he's going to retire after this year? Maybe so. Who knows? Who was it? I believe it was Shotzi. He has been exposing a lot of routes right now in the CDL maps. And I believe one of them is going to be like Crossroads Strike. And now it's going to be Raid because that was GA'd into there. Shotzi is definitely a route runner, and he's going to find ways to maneuver around your route and get on the objective quicker, or he's going to kill you quicker in the process while doing so. So guys, that is all the time I have for today's episode of eTuesday here on the Morgan Man Sports Podcast. I sure hope you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to like button wherever you are listening from. It definitely does help me out. I do appreciate all the love and support that you guys gave me, especially this past Friday where I was covering the Atlanta Falcons like crazy. I had that breaking podcast episode. It was phenomenal, guys, and I cannot thank you enough for the love and support, and definitely on today's podcast as well, because the Call of Duty League does mean a lot to me. I did grow up watching it back in the Black Ops 1 era, pretty much, back whenever really, MLG was getting popular. And I feel, even though I haven't had nothing to do behind the scenes with the MLG community growing, I still feel like I had something to do with it for growing by watching and, interacting with the pro players and playing online professionally. Just a little bit, not much, but I still feel like me just watching it and helping the viewership grow each and every single year. I feel like it's my right to at least cover this for you guys because it's in my heart, and I want to inspire the next, whoever me that's watching the pro players, get all the information that they can get out of the CDL, and probably outbeat me one day in the viewer or in the listenership of a podcast. So, but guys, hope y'all enjoy. If you did, make sure to like button, and I, Cole Morgan, will catch you all later.